Hello, wonderful people. You're welcome to this tutorial. This is online training by Radiance Creations. In this video, what I will be teaching you is how to mold the crown for our fascinator, and we're going to be using all these materials here. We'll be needing the mold. You can make use of your mold. You can also use a plate. You can use something like this. This thing. You can use something like this. You can just any shape you want to form on your fascinator. That is what you, it doesn't need necessary you use a mold like this. I'll be needing this ankara, this piece of ankara, because I'm going to cover this, the outer part of this crown with ankara. This it's ankara fascinator. You're going to understand as I move on in this video. I also be needing this tsunami. We have soft tsunami, we also have the thick one. This is the soft one. So that is what I'll be using. Miss Steve. Now I bought this one five. This is 1 liter of Stiffening. You also be needing your top pins, your Vaseline, scissors, brush, and water. And so a bowl to mix your Stiffening. Alright guys, let us get started. Now the first thing to do is to get your nylon bag, put your mold inside it. If you are using a plate also the same way you're going to do this, put your mold inside it and pack it. Then apply your Vaseline on it, rub it on the nylon bag. Now cut out your cinnamon or your paper mat because this is very soft. That is why I'm using four like this. So place your mold on it to know the length you are going to cut. This is very small and also I'm going to manage it. It's not the softness now. I'm talking about the length. It's very small. I'm going to manage it. So for you, if you are using your own, at least the distance from here to here must be 4 inches to 5 inches. You must have essays to cover it very well. Don't. It's not like my own that I'm managing it. So because I said the ankara is going to cover it and I want the ankara to be inside the mold, so I will also be placing this ankara on top. You know, this is the wrong side. I will not be placing the wrong side here. The wrong side will be like this because this is how it's going to be looking inside. The right side will be on top. So I'm going to place it like this now. I'll place it inside the on the inside the middle, like the middle, and use it to cover it. Using my tongue to hold it firmly. Please make sure you use enough cinnamon to cover your mold. So you'll be using your tongue pin to hold it firm. You do it north, south, west, any way that pleases you. Just make sure you do it very well. After doing it north, south, west, east, just try to do the remaining ones by pinning them down firmly. Just like Feli said it before, please use enough cinnamon or hairs you know how to manage things like me. Use enough cinnamon or paper mats. You can also make use of your wording. Don't just limit yourself. Don't just limit yourself for not making fascinator because you can't find cinnamon in your area, or you can find paper mats, or you can find mold. You can use your plates, your rubber plates to because it can serve as your mold, your wording, thick wording can serve as your cinnamon, and you're good to go. Now I'm done. After pinning it and you find out that this place is not well formed, like it is not firm, try to remove the pin, draw it and do that very well. That's why I say you must use enough cinnamon or paper mat because because I've been doing this for a long time. I know how it was very stressful for me to manage. So it also please use enough paper mat. Now I'm going to be mixing my stick now with small quantity of water. Don't. If you're using a thick cinnamon, make sure you spray water on it to make it soft. So I don't need that because I'm using the soft one now. I've mixed my cinnamon with water, so I'm just going to be placing it. Use it to. Oh, what English should I use now? So you can also use the cinnamon. Put the cinnamon inside the sweetener to make it very soak with the sweetener. But this is okay for me. I'll just make sure I apply it enough. Don't manage your sweetener when you are doing this, or else you just see that you will not achieve a good result. So I'm going to rub it over the body, everything, and rub it very well. You can see how I'm doing it. I'm not managing it. I want it to go inside very well. I find it is good to soak it inside the sweetener. It's not soak like that. Just put everything inside the sweetener, and it's okay. It's okay. Now turn it to the other side and also apply the sweetener all over here. Apply it to every part of the cinnamon. Now the mold has dried. Sorry, I forgot to tell you this. After you have applied your sweetener on it, just take it to the sunlight and place it inside the sunlight for at least 5 hours. Just make sure it dry before begin to remove the pins. Now after removing the pins, I'll try to open it up so that I can remove the mold from it. We have this. So I'll take my scissors right now and trim out the excess here, leaving about 1 inch close to the brim, not up to 1 inch, but about 1 inch. So just trim out the excess round. Now I've trimmed it out, so I'm just going to fold it inside like this. I'll fold it inside like this. The excess on top, I say you don't cut out everything. Just leave about 1 inch. So it's the remaining ones you left, that is the one you'll be folding inside. Now we're not going to be leaving it this way. We'll be placing our mineral wire inside it. So to get the measurement to use for the mineral wire, you take your temple and measure it round to get the measurement you will cut out from your mineral wire. You can see how I'm getting the measurement now. I'm just going to measure it round. So I did not know where I started again. Let me try to look for a shot so that I can indicate where I started and get the exact measurement. Now the length I'll be cutting out is 20. I'll add 1 inch to it so that I can able to overlap it. So I'm cutting out 21 inches now, using my plier to cut it. So I'll get my thread and use it to tie the two ends together this way. Use it to tie it. And I'll place it inside the mold. Now, after you have tied the two ends together, if the shape has deformed, make sure you do it round. You need round shape so that it can easily fit inside this mold. So I'm going to insert it inside it now. Wow, I think this is bigger. It is bigger. It is bigger. Wow, how is it bigger? I have to reduce this. It is bigger than this, and I measured it. happened. Let me try to do it again. Now I have fixed the wire inside the mold, so I will be using my thread and my fishing line. This fishing line is 0.50 mm. I will use it to sew it to secure the mineral wire to the mold, and you can just go ahead because I will still cover this with another material. That is why I will be using that this facial line to sew it. And maybe I don't want to cover it or I don't want to stress myself because but I want to stress myself. That is why I will not be using this hot glue to glue it. I will just apply the hot glue inside and press it down. So, and I think that is what I'll still do because I don't want to stress myself. Let me just sew it, sha. So I'll be using my thread, the fishing line, and I needed to sew it. Just the normal sew. I'll bring it up. I'll go to the front. I'll just make sure I'm sewing um the wire to the mold. So you can see I'm going up, taking it over. So that is what I will do around. You might not really see the fishing line on the mold, but I think you understand how I'm sewing it right now. Just like I said, I mean I'm not going to cover it with any fabric. I won't sew it this way because it's going to show at the back because I want to cover it so I'm secured. Now I'm done sewing it. Alright, so let us try to cover it with the fabric. So before I go ahead to cover it with the fabric, let me introduce the materials we'll be needing for this project.